Good evening, dandies. Welcome to Undetermined, the podcast.
I've lost faith in southwestern Missouri anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I would never lose faith in Missouri. I love Missouri. I love my state. Our governor's a moron.
Yep.
But, you know, hey, politics, it could not be any redder in this state. I mean, come on. Please.
I'm Missourian too, and yeah, where John and I hail from in Missouri, it's bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're overrun by Trump Republicans. Trumppublicans.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they are going to split and just form a new party. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that it's happened in history. I mean, like the formation of the Bull Moose and others in situations where they just abandon their platform.
That could be Trump's ultimate contribution to humanity, is that he split up the GOP.
I think he's going to break off and try to start his own party so he'll run again and all his little acolytes will love him.
Yeah.
That's great. Do it.
That's exactly what he'll do. Yeah. Well, he'll get laughed out of the fucking country. Maybe he can go to Russia and hang out with Putin for a while.
Well, it's a great way to split the vote, so they'll lose entirely if he just starts his own party.
Yeah, split the party up into two different parties, and then those votes will be all screwed up, and then whoever is decent will get the votes, hopefully.
Right. Well, I think the moderate contest is already over. The moderates are fed up too. I mean, we were just talking about how fed up we are with all this shit. The moderates are looking at it going, God damn it. Really? You people can't fucking put on a piece of cloth over your face?
Mm.
Really? People are dying and you're going to listen to this bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a meme the other day. Remind me of that. It's got a dude in the full, from Missouri, deer hunters and shit. He got all the camo on, all that shit. And it's like, dude can wear a full set of camo with deer piss all over him for 12 hours, but then can't wear a mask to go to Target.
Exactly.
Come on.
For 20 minutes.
Yeah. You can't put on a mask to go buy a pack of gum, but you can sit up in a tree with deer piss all over you for hours. Just to get but that's fun.
Yeah. That's the thing that's so confusing about it all and so confounding is that the worse it gets, the more they keep doubling down.
Right.
It's like, I was just talking to my wife about this earlier. It's like, you think even like, okay, the Delta variant would be a really good excuse, to back off a little bit and say, well, things have changed. It's, maybe I'm rethinking things because this variant is new. It gives them a good excuse anyway.
Right.
Be like, I wasn't wrong. It's just that the Delta variant is new. And, well, I guess I'm going to go get vaccinated. No. I mean, it's not what they're doing at all.
You got those assholes now that are saying, look, the vaccine didn't work, Max didn't work, blah, blah, blah. We can do what we want. Well, no. It's a virus, and viruses mutate, and they change to survive, dude. That's how science works.
Yeah. And we won't name names, but I mean, it's funny how some of the conversations are changing. Like me and Matt were talking to somebody the other day who's conservative minded, and the excuse now seemed to be, well, I mean, the virus is just going to do what it's going to do, man.
All you can do is have a good immune system.
Yeah. And it's like, no, that's not all you can do. You'll get vaccinated against the fucking thing.
Right.
There are options. You can wear a mask. You can protect other people.
Yes.
Right.
I've been vaccinated. That's why I wear a mask when I go out to the store. It's mostly to make the people around me feel comfortable.
Sure.
I respect people.
Well, and now vaccinated people are spreading it, right? Even if they're not getting hit with the symptoms, they're still carrying it.
Right.
I know of at least 2 people now that have died that were vaccinated that have died from it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, I've got, somebody else, I still won't name names, but it's a touring musician.
Right.
Was talking about the other day how, they've got a young kid at home. They've got a baby at home.
Right.
So they had to postpone a show, and it was just like, obviously. I mean, if I can be a carrier and he's vaccinated, I'm vaccinated, but I give it, we spread it around without knowing because we won't feel the symptoms if we're vaccinated.
And then take his baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Takes it home to his baby. And,
And this strain is hitting kids.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah. And I think really it probably always could have. I think one of the biggest kind of lines of bullshit that ever came out of it was, well, kids just aren't getting affected by it. Well, kids were home. Mm-hmm. Kids were staying home. Even when the vaccine didn't exist, kids were staying home while parents were going out to the grocery stores. They were going out to places to run errands and shit like that. So, they avoided public. But now it's like, they're the last ones left that aren't vaccinated. It's not like the fucking virus is flying around carding people, Yeah. We all have the same human biology. So like, oh, wait, you're under 18.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You're 10 years old. I can't make you sick.
Right.
Come on.
Yep.
And that isn't how science works.
No. Oh,
it's real, people.
It is.
I will say I'm seeing more people that have stood on the sidelines that have been kind of the quiet ones that you suspected maybe they were thinking, yeah, I think there's some bullshit here, but I live in, rural Missouri.
Right.
So I can't be super vocal.
Yeah.
Or I'm afraid to be super vocal. And now they're starting to slowly kind of pop out and say, guys, come on.
Yeah. This is not the hill we want to die on. Literally.
This is not how I want to go. I don't want to, no. I want to, do something like, hey, hold my beer. That's how I'll go. You know? From a little COVID virus. I hope not.
Yeah. So one of my favorite sayings, famous last words in the Ozarks, hey, y'all, watch this.
Watch this. I did that the other day. I told my girlfriend, I was like, I'm either going to die saying, hold my beer, or hey, man, watch this. I said exactly that.
Yep.
Oh, maybe we can get that out of the way. Shake it off. Shake it off. That's been hard, though.
Yep.
But hey, who are we talking tonight?
Danny R. Phillips.
Danny R. Phillips. Man, we've been trying to work this out for a while.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I don't know how to work things.
Oh, it's all right. And then, it's that, and then go back and forth with schedule conflicts and shit like that.
Right. We've bumped into it. Like, we've tried to do this for a minute.
Yeah, listener, just so you know, it's hard, man. It's hard, like, getting 3 or 4 people or 5 people or whatever, together and on the same schedule and shit, and the same night and the same thing. It's difficult.
It's hard to get people on the same page sometimes.
Yeah. Don't start a podcast. No, I won't say that.
I've thought about it, but I don't know now.
It's fun.
It is fun.
Fun. It's not like maybe a hassle on occasion, but life is.
Right, exactly. And I wouldn't discourage anybody really.
Honestly, through all of this, it's been one of my main sanity keepers as far as, problematic as it can be sometimes.
Right.
It keeps me going. It gives me something to look forward to.
Well, I just thought it would be maybe a fun thing to do to pass the time. I've been interviewing people for over 20 years. I could probably do that.
Sure. Be on the other side of it.
I've got all the stuff at home, so I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. That's the big start, man. Just the equipment. And it doesn't take much, but, it's,
yes.
Yeah. And then just seeing if, you got a knack for it, I suppose.
So we kind of touched on what you do for anybody that doesn't know that's listening. You want to kind of elaborate on that? Who you work for, what you do exactly?
I have been a music journalist for over 2 decades now.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of wild shit. I've interviewed a lot of wild people.
Yeah. Wrote for Blurt Magazine. Who else?
Tuning Fork Magazine, Perfect Sound Forever, Hybrid Magazine, The Reader in Omaha. I've written for them before. I don't know, a whole bunch.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of places. Enough places that I don't really remember them all at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you hanging your hat right now?
Right now, I've been dragging my feet a little bit on the writing part. I think I burnt myself out a little. Because, man, I was writing like crazy. Uh-huh. And then I started booking bands in here in St. Joe at one of the bars, and I got real busy doing that. And then COVID happened, and it kind of, well, a lot of people went into a depressive state, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of didn't do a whole lot, but I'm getting back into it. I'm working on something right now that's not music related, which is weird. I haven't written anything not music related for 20 years. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
My main love is music.
Yeah.
I will get back to that. There isn't really anything that I've found that's worth writing about right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if that is your main love, because it's all been put on pause for so long, or else people are, are just working behind the scenes on things,
Or the music that's being released now is basically ringtone quality.
Right.
Like, give me 3 minutes of a boom, 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 and then I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a music critic. I mean, critic is in the title.
I'm fine. I'm still finding stuff I like right now.
Yeah, I mean, like Matt says, there's plenty out there I think that is good. I mean, even if it's going up on SoundCloud or anything else, or it's self-produced or indie, but there is a lot of shit to wade through.
Right.
But yeah, we've been turned on to some pretty good stuff. It's just it's where you want to dig. It's where you look. But in like I've always said, it's like we've created this giant pool. With internet availability and this, ability to do everything on your own and do everything independently, not in need of a label, that to me in some ways says, how much of the label's holding back a lot of musicians.
Right.
However, like you say, since anybody can do it or anybody can attempt to do it,
right.
The shallow end of the pool is full of pee.
Right.
Like pee that's been there for like a long time and really smells bad.
Yeah.
I feel like music is kind of going the way that it used to be, to date myself, I'm older. But back when we wanted to find something, we had to look for it.
Yeah.
Or you knew a guy that could make you a tape.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we did it. That's how I grew up listening to punk rock records, man. My friend would make copies of them for me and bring them to school for me and just bring me a cassette every once a week or something.
Sure.
I had no access to that stuff and we had no internet.
Well, I can't, it's hard for me to imagine now not having internet for that because it's become I'm daily, way more than daily, hourly almost, right? I'm listening to something off the internet.
Uh-huh.
I remember when it was a big deal when my mom got the 16-foot cord for the phone in the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah.
That means she could stretch it out farther and smack you if you were annoying her on the phone.
Right.
Your privacy was maybe you could go around the corner.
Maybe. Yeah. I just hope to God, call me at like 3:15. My mom won't be home.
Mom won't be home at 5. Give me a call. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. It's crazy. Man. I wonder if we could ever go back to that.
Yeah.
Like if there was some post-apocalyptic scenario and like there was no internet anymore. But it's like, okay, imagine we're reforming society, right? We no longer have to like scrounge and eat squirrels, but we're like reforming, music. Could we go back to that? Could we go back to flyering?
We might have to start back at zero again, man. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could.
I mean, I could go back. I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it, but you'd get used to it after a while.
You would, but I mean, I think of all the things, like, I remember most of my life, I still survived without having a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go from A to B. I sometimes I'd get a little lost, but I'd get my way there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to have something telling me how to get there. I managed.
Yeah.
I didn't have a cell phone till like my 30s.
Well, yeah, I was probably, I had to get one for business back when I was contracting. I think I was I was about 26, 27 before I got one.
I was probably 32 or 3.
Yeah, I think I was 29.
Yeah.
My kids finally made me get one.
Yeah. And it was like a Nokia brick. It wasn't wasn't like they did anything.
My
just
first
made calls.
was one of those slider phone things, that
Yeah.
where you had to push the letter like 2 or 3 times to get a different letter to text.
Yeah. I tried to explain that to my daughter once. She's like, "That's insane." She's
Really?
like, "Why wouldn't you just call each other then?" It's like, that's what I kept telling everybody. Just call
At
me.
least my kids at least my kids grew up knowing the beauty of vinyl albums.
Yeah, they're back.
They never went away for me.
Yeah, that's what my daughter wants for her birthday. Is a turntable. Now, we've been going through and cataloging all my records, and all our records.
How many do you have?
Oh God, I don't know. I think we got up to about 120 different 45s for one thing. Most of them were my wives.
Yeah.
On singles. And then, I don't know, probably about, I'd say nearly 100 LPs, somewhere around there. A lot of them hand-me-downs and stuff like that, though. But I mean, just keeps growing. A lot of them are crap, absolutely.
Right.
But it's just, I never throw away a record. I don't think I've ever sold a record or thrown away or anything like that.
It's like throwing away a book. I don't do that either.
You should start like the little libraries for records. Yeah. Set it out in your yard.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be all right if it wasn't too hot.
Yeah, I know.
Be real.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Plus, I don't see anybody refilling it. Sharing them. Everybody would just take.
No, I'd be like, oh.
That'd be the end of the story. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I had to buy new shelves because mine gave in. Last time I counted, and these are the ones that I have to keep. Last time I looked, I had something like 245s and probably 650 albums.
That's a shit ton of records.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
I've been collecting steady since I was 15 and I'm 46.
Yeah.
I used to have twice as much, but I got divorced and sold half of them.
Well,
yeah. Back when I started collecting music, I was collecting CDs. Yeah. That was a big thing. It's just, I wasn't that. It was like, just right in that era to where it was like, oh man, vinyl's out or whatever. And I collected a lot of CDs. I mean, I had hundreds and hundreds of those.
Oh yeah, I can tell you how many CDs I've got. It's crazy. They're just in boxes now, just boxed up. I just can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a huge box of cassettes tucked away.
Yeah. I've lost practically all my cassettes and probably had about half of my CDs stolen at one point. So
we've all had that problem. You have people over, have a party at your house and half your shit leaves.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yep. LPs are harder to steal.
They are.
You don't put them in your car and take them around with you.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So they stay around.
Also, if you buy an LP at a concert, wait until the end of the show because that thing's a bitch to carry around.
Right.
Oh, I do that too. I mean, I've been known to go up to the merch guy and go, "Hey, I really don't want to carry this around, but I will buy this. Can you stick that under the counter?" And they'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like, we'll come back and buy this. Just put it there until after the show because I don't want to break it.
Yeah, I've done that. Haven't put my name on it. So pay for it. Go ahead and pay for it. But
go pay for it. Stick a post-it on it and stick it under the counter.
Right. Yep. Most guys, if they're cool, will do that.
That's where all bands get all their money from is the merch.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I keep telling people, man. Buy the merch. Keep them alive. Getting back to the bar you're referring to, the Rendezvous, right?
Yep.
Is that mostly who you promote for and stuff, or any other?
I book mostly for the Rendezvous, but there's another bar here in town called Magoon's that's been here for years and years and years and years. The guy that owns that asked me to kind of help him book there too, so I'm kind of doing both right now.
Right on.
But most Rendezvous, that's where my punk bands and harder stuff goes.
Right.
Like Magoon's is more like the I don't know, like the country leaning stuff, like alternative country stuff, bluegrass, things like that. Crowd likes that stuff better. Well, the Rendezvous likes, the harder edge stuff, punk, hard rock, stuff like that. So
we can definitely hook you up with some touring artists that would love to have a venue in this part of the country.
Do that, please. It's just the rendezvous. The Bagoons is really cool. They got a whole bunch of old stuff in there that's been there for years and years. I mean, that place has been open since like 1900 or some shit.
Crazy.
I mean, it's been forever.
Yeah.
And the rendezvous's been open for, I don't know, almost 30 years. You know, and the rendezvous is just it's a punk rock bar. It's a little hole in the wall, dark.
Yeah.
Hasn't changed since I started hanging out there in like 98.
Well, shit. I mean, you probably know most of the bands that we do. I mean, I was looking at just checking out our Facebook, like, mutual friends list earlier. It's like, holy shit, we know like 50 of the same people.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean,
oh, yeah.
not just like liked bands, but like, a lot of people around.
Literally, most of the people I know are musicians or have something to do with music.
Yeah.
I've been around St. Joe for over 20 years, and I just wound up falling into it, and I just started hanging out with everybody, and here I am.
Yeah. Well, everybody we've talked to who plays, around there has good things to say about you. Your name's come up a couple of times in the podcast. I know it has.
Cool, man. I try to be cool to everybody. I try not to be a hassle. I just make sure everybody's there on time when they're supposed to be, and I don't cause any problems. As long as you're there on time, I'm fine.
But we rarely talk to anybody who's on like the booking end. I mean, we've talked to a few, but I've seen some good shows coming through there though. Last year, I was, before everything went to shit.
Oh man, right. I tell you what, I was booking Rendezvous, right? And I shit you not, I looked at my calendar here when I was moving. I moved into a new place, and I found my old calendar. Mm-hmm. Every Saturday for 6 solid months, I had good bands booked before COVID. COVID happens, gone.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do anything for 6 months, man. I booked out. All I had to do was make sure these bands showed up.
Yeah.
And they were good bands too. Like Creepy Jingles from, Kansas City, Lawrence. Arson Class from Kansas City, great punk band.
We're tight with Arson Class.
Oh, Arson Class, they're great dudes. Phil and Chris are great dudes. Nice. Super nice dudes, great band.
Underrated band. I wish more people knew who they were.
Yeah.
Very underrated and leaning more towards punk and less towards Blink-182.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Chris is playing for Red Kate now, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard, what was it? Desmond quit, didn't he?
Yeah, so Chris is taking over the reins on guitar.
Red Kate, too. They played in St. Joe here a few times. They played a suicide awareness benefit I put on a few years ago, too. They came to town, played for nothing.
They're fucking legit.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah.
I talked to Sean, the lead dude, and I talked to Desmond, too, and I was like, there's no money in this, but this is suicide awareness, and they're just like, what time do we have to be there, man?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sean is they don't care. They fucking run their own label. They don't make any money off of it, and they don't care.
And
Right.
Black Site is a great label. They're putting good stuff out, man.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They really are.
And Sean, everything he does for like labor rights and everything else, community involvement with that is just incredible. He's got the time to do that and, run the label. And
Solid guy, nice guy, genuine, just a real dude.
Talks the talk, and he walks the walk, and that's the deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like Headlight Rivals from Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Those guys are great. I love when they come to town. We have a great time.
Yeah, I've not had a chance to see them yet, but we know Seven and Seven even did a design for like our
we had him on, and
yeah. He's a great artist. He's a good dude, and not to go into a whole lot of details, but we have a good time when he comes to town. When they all come to town, all those guys like to have a good time. They, like Eric, the lead singer, they've come and played like 3 times, and they don't make a ton of money, but they come. And I said, what do you guys, you're not making a whole lot of money. Why are you guys coming? And Eric and Seven, Chris, all of them are like, well, we just want to come to town and party with you, dude.
Yeah.
They do like to party. Yeah.
That's why they come.
Yeah.
I mean, they look at the show like a practice, and they come to hang out with me.
Yeah, I won't forget talking to Mark Hennessy about Headlight Rivals, and he's like, has that happened to you yet? And I was like, has what happened to you? Has Headlight Rivals happened to you yet?
It happened.
Yeah, because apparently when you go out and party with them, they happen to you.
Have they graced your
It's like it's an event. It's like you're gonna wind up in trouble, or at the very least, really fucked up.
I mean, the last time they came and played, it was around my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Very first thing they did when they showed up was make sure I had a whole tray of shots.
Yeah.
The very first thing, they didn't even say hi, Danny. They just walked into the bar and made sure I had a whole tray of Danny's. And you're gonna do all these? No.
Right on. When I posted the teaser tonight, that Matt thinks was going to jinx everything. Jinx. 7 was one of the first ones to like it.
And Matt said it jinxed it, and then when I got ready to get on here, my damn phone wouldn't work.
I'm telling you.
It's the gremlins. Yeah. Hubris, I say. Shake my fist at the gods.
My girlfriend says that to me a lot. Hubris.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Try not to believe in jinxes. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I can't really think. I don't think there is a corresponding amount of data, though, to the number of drops we've had versus teasers we've had. I think it's hit and miss. You never know when a storm's going to come through, or, think about doing it on the internet. I'd love to have a studio. I'd love to have a huge budget where I can fly people in and
it's technology too. So if technology can fuck up at the wrong time, it will.
Absolutely. So did you guys ever have to shut down or anything during that shit, or just?
They shut down for a while. I mean, St. Joe shut everything down.
Yeah.
For a while. They eventually opened back up. I personally think everything opened up probably too soon, but
yeah.
Yeah. That's most places, I think.
Well, people wanted to hurry up and go out to the bar.
That pressure, yeah.
Hindsight's 20/20 too, because I mean, oh shit, I'll be the first to admit when we were all vaccinated, it's like, woohoo, it's over, yay!
I got my vaccine and was like, it was like just rolling down the street with no big deal, like it was before, and now people are dropping.
Right.
Yep.
The only hesitancy I had, even at that time, was just saying, I'm just not used to getting out around people. What do I do? What do I, But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I'm safe. I'm fine. I'm safe.
Me too.
Yeah. And then the variants hit, and then it's like, oh, fuck, who knows?
Right. And my kid, oh my God, he's so close to being 12.
I know.
His birthday's in October. And it's just like, Jesus, that is the longest wait for a birthday I have ever had.
Yeah. Gotta hold on. Though, man, I don't know. It's probably shouldn't talk about it online. Not like anybody's going to listen to that particular part, but how would they know? If you take them to like Walgreens or whatever, I mean, how would they know that because he doesn't have a driver's license, you know what I mean? Doesn't have a passport.
Right. Well, they give you a card.
Yeah. And I just say he's 12. I mean,
right.
He pretty much is. I mean, he's been on the earth 12 years.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
He's close enough to 12 to call him 12.
Yeah. Just say he is. I mean, it's like, oopsie daisy. And then by the time he comes around for his second shot, he will be. So
I won't lie. That conversation has been had.
I just read this thing online where like a whole bunch of, I guess, a shipment of these cards, these fake vaccination cards, got interrupted by customs here in the U.S. that were being shipped from China.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that said like
fake
CDC
card
on the top, and they looked like fake. Yeah, they're fake, but they look just like vaccination cards.
Dude, it's easier to go get a fucking vaccination.
Shit. That's what I've been saying. Oh, my God.
It's easier to go to your doctor and get a shot.
Yeah, go to fucking the grocery store. That's where we went for my daughter's second shot. We went to the fucking grocery store, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna grab some Doritos and a vaccine. And the amount of vaccines I saw in that cooler pissed me off. Just the fact that they weren't being utilized, and oh my God.
Yeah, I've talked about this before. Just our hometown, West Plains.
Mm-hmm.
Just some of the news that you'll see coming out of that specific town really just tells you what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Like, for instance, the main clinic in town, like the big medical center, had to put out an email, like a blast, like, we got 50 people vaccinated the other day. Like, that was a huge deal. And they were like, this is like twice as many as we normally have.
Oh my God.
Right. And holy shit.
50 whole people. Great.
Yeah. Wow. God. And people, this was on CNN. And I've talked about this before, but I keep repeating it because it just so fucking blows my mind. People are going in to get vaccinated wearing disguises and shit.
Yeah.
Because the stigma is so bad.
Oh my
God. They don't want the backlash from the community, and they're telling the doctor, please don't tell anyone I was here.
Yep.
These are probably the same motherfuckers that tried to shoot bleach into their fucking arm because Jesus told them to.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, it's like I said about hydroxychloroquine. Well, the shot's not approved by the FDA. Well, you know what else isn't approved by the FDA to treat COVID? Hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
And you guys are hoarding it.
I got a friend that swears that shit works.
Mm-hmm.
Swears.
Yeah, Oklahoma bought a shit ton of it, and then they've been trying to unload it because they can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
They spent like millions on that.
Oh my God.
They won't get the vaccine, but by God, they'll blow the state budget on.
That's like spending millions on a bunch of weed and it turns out to be oregano,
God damn it.
Spaghetti again.
Oh, dude.
Shit. I actually take hydroxychloroquine, but I take it for rheumatoid arthritis.
There you go.
Which it's approved for. Yeah, I was prescribed it like about a couple of weeks ago because the other medication I'm taking is not working. And they prescribed it to me, and I was like, huh. But they were like, but it was just so funny because the doctor got real wide-eyed and was like, hold on. Before
I know what you're thinking.
Like, I know what you're thinking. But this actually is approved for treating RA. And I'm taking it in conjunction with a couple other things. But it's funny. I had to make a post even on Facebook. I was like, oh, time to take my Trump pill. And
speaking of doctors, if you really want to give your doctor a start, tell them that you've stopped taking all your medications and you're actually better. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I quit taking all my meds for CP, pain, and all that. I actually got better. I'm in better shape right now than I was when I was 18 when I graduated high school.
Well, CP is one of those that can work for, though, right?
Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah.
Kind of like with the pain, like my legs hurt a lot. It's with the pain, it's just what you can tolerate. And over the years, my pain tolerance is like way up there. So
yeah, I can imagine.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, and certain pain medications too, when you take them, actually lower your threshold for pain.
That's what I noticed when I quit taking painkillers. I was in less pain.
Because you'll notice. I mean, if you're on painkillers and then you're off painkillers for a day or something, or you leave them at home or whatever, yeah, you'll notice everything fucking hurts. Your toenails hurt. Your hair hurts. Whatever. It's like
hurt. Yeah, everything hurts.
Yeah, everything. So, yeah, because it just,
getting stuff like that out of my life was probably one of the best things I ever did. Now I smoke a joint.
There you go. Well, it's a good thing that's been legalized here.
Yeah. We need to start putting it out there that, like, the vaccine cures, like, erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? This vaccine, we figured it out. It cures cancer, homie.
A funny thing is, I've posted a couple of times that there are studies out there, and you can Google it, that COVID itself causes erectile dysfunction. In some cases, has created permanent ED in people to where they can never get a hard on again. It's happened. It's because it's a vascular, because it affects the vascular system.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There have been cases where guys completely lose the ability to get hard because they've had COVID, and that still hasn't stopped people.
Wow.
I would think, I'm sure maybe dying won't do it, but, God damn, you would think for men anyway.
Right.
That would be,
oh no.
I think that would be a motivator. If they just put it out there and said, hey, your dick will not get hard if you do not get this vaccine. You will never get laid again. Every dude in the United States and the world would be lining up around the block to get that shit.
Right, but how many wives would be like, baby, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Maybe you can take a lower dose. Can you take a lower dose? You know?
Right.
So it's, only works sometimes.
That just shows you how deep the denial goes, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, you could have never convinced me 5 years ago that like a disease that would kill your dick, that somebody would just say, no thanks.
No thanks. I'll
I don't trust it. Like, oh shit, give me 2 of them.
I'll just let it flop like a sock, but hey, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
But bless America.
It's
patriot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to think of wild things that I've had happen during booking. I've had more wild things happen during like interviews.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about those. What were some of the most memorable ones you've had?
I interviewed Matt Schultz from Cage the Elephant.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
It's like when their first record was getting ready to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I interviewed him, and I have a way somehow of when I interview people, I make them extremely comfortable, just talking to them. And dude started reeling out all these groupie stories. Laying them out, like telling me all this shit. And he told me this shit for like 20 minutes, and he goes, "Oh, fuck, you're a journalist. I forgot." I said, "Don't worry about it, dude. Let's just talk about the record. None of that shit's going out. That's all for my ears. Wild times. Thank you for telling me about them. They're not getting printed."
Right.
One other deal. I was slated to interview Mike Ness of Social Being.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. And it was
I've heard you you never went into specifics on this, but I've heard you complain about Mike Ness online before.
So he's supposed to get a hold of me, right? It's a phone interview. I'm in Missouri and everybody cool is everywhere else. So I'm waiting for the phone call. I get the phone call. I said, "Oh, hey, thank you, Mr. Ness. Thank you for your time and all that stuff." The first thing he says to me is, "I don't want to talk about music."
Yeah.
He didn't say hi or
that
nothing.
Sounds familiar.
The first thing he says was, "I don't want to talk about music." And
all right.
Well, I'd had one of those days. My kids were driving me nuts. One of those deals. And it's Mike Ness of Social D. And I didn't even think about it. I said, "Well, why in the fuck are we even talking?" Fuck you, dude. I don't have time for this shit. And I hang up and I hear, wait. And I get back on the phone. And he's like, "Oh, man." And we started talking about old cars. I started talking because I like old hot rods. So we were talking about old cars and shit. And then after a while, he started talking about music and stuff. I think he was trying, because he's Mike Ness. I think he was doing the I'm hard punk rock thing.
Yeah. Edgy.
Edgy. And with me going, "Fuck you. I don't have time for your shit."
You out-edged him. Yeah.
Got back on the phone. He was a cool dude. We had a great time. We talked for about another 30 minutes.
All right on.
We've had pretty good luck with the people we've had on. We haven't had any big prima donnas that I can think of.
No.
The coolest interview, the two nicest interviews I think I've ever done are 3. One was Greg Norton that played bass for Husker Du.
Yeah.
One of my favorite punk bands of all time. I love that band. And then plus I have a handlebar mustache. So Greg is my facial hair model of life.
Right.
He's got the greatest mustache in all of punk rock ever. So I interview him. Great dude. Super nice. He's playing in the band Porcupine now. I went to the show at the record bar, saw them in Flipper, which was with David Yow, which was great.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I've always wanted to see Yow. Yeah.
Oh, I saw David Yow at Lollapalooza in '95 with Jesus Lizard, and he got naked and got arrested.
Yeah.
He got naked on stage, did the last 3 songs. The cops walk up, and he goes, "Well, fuck, I guess I'm going to jail tonight, too." Yeah.
I'd love to have him on. Conan's had him on.
Greg was really nice. Evan Dando of the Lemonheads called me from Paris, France once.
Oh, nice.
He was super nice. I mean, he was nice. It was real nice. Oh, Justin Towns Earl.
Oh yeah, you posted about that.
He was one of the nicest, coolest interviews I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
And it's sad that he's gone because
such a loss. Yeah, such a shame.
I'm a fan of his music. I've been a fan of his dad's for years.
Mm-hmm.
A Steve Earle fan for a long time.
Yeah, that was a hard one to take. Yeah,
that was.
That interview with Justin was supposed to be 15 minutes, and it wound up being an hour.
Nice.
Wow.
His publicist broke in a couple different times, and finally Justin said, I will get a hold of you when I'm done talking to this dude. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
We were talking about manner shit. He was on his way to pay a speeding ticket. I'm like, what are you doing right now, dude? Paying a speeding ticket. I said, shouldn't they put that in your fucking track? And he said, as fast as I drive, they probably should.
Yeah. I would have loved to have talked to him. That would have been a fun one.
Man, he was a good dude. Just that one interaction I had, that, hour or whatever it was I talked to him. He was a very nice guy.
It was on the dreams list, I think, when we first started out, and then it came to pass. We passed.
I interviewed him like right before or right as his first record was coming out. So he was a young cat. He was appreciative of everything. Good dude.
Yeah.
You should talk to Will Whitmore. I don't know if you know him or not.
I need to. I've got a list of people I'd like to talk to.
Yeah. Bloodshot, man, that's another label that I really appreciate. I don't know if they're going to make it, but they're...
Bloodshot? I interviewed the owner of Bloodshot like almost 20 years ago, like when the label first started.
Yeah, good bands on there. Yeah, I'm saying, no shit, I hate to speak for him, but I bet, if he's looking for a place to play in St. Joe, I'm sure he'd play there.
Yeah.
Comes through every once in a while. I think, when's Will coming through here? It's October, I think, something.
October, yeah.
Yeah, late October. He's coming back through. He's been on the show a couple of times. Great guy, smart guy.
Send me a list of people I should hit up or listen to or whatever. I'm needing some new stimulation.
Yeah, we'll get you. John Murray is a trip.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's out of Ireland, but he's from Tupelo.
I think he's moving to London now.
Is he moving to London?
Or UK? Yeah, Johnny just told me about that. He's like, I just found out.
I tell you one thing about him too. That's and this is not to make fun of him in any capacity, but if you want to hear something weird, it's somebody who has a Tupelo, Mississippi accent for half their life and then has an Irish accent.
Yeah, so they got shit layered on top of it.
Right. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild to hear. But he's a really cool guy. Yeah. Out there, a lot of people we talk to are, but
dude, we got a lot of Irish connections too.
Yeah, we do.
I've spent the better part of my life hanging out with musicians and artists. I can handle weirdos. It's fine.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, it's sort of our jam too.
Who's your favorite weirdo? Who's the one that you just hang out with?
Justin, if he was alive.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm running through all the list of them in my head. It's long.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with just one.
I think Evan Dando of the Lemonheads would be fun.
Yeah.
I reached out to him a long time ago, but I don't know if it was like the best place to reach out to. I'd love to have him on. He just seems like he'd be a trip.
Oh, yeah, he's great. He was a great interview. Super nice. Made sure I got into the show that night or that next night. Everything. Yeah. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Damn, I would hang out with him. When a list is so long, you forget it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have to go back to look at our list of episodes.
Yeah.
Every now and then just to see. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ike Riley would be a cool one to hang out with too. He was a good interview too.
Right on.
Ike Riley.
Yeah.
He would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's sparking all over the place for me. But first one, I think probably one of the first ones that comes to mind for me is probably Betty X, just because she's a fucking laugh riot.
She's fun.
She just seems like a lot of fun to hang out with and funny, and just doesn't give a fuck, at all. It has no filter.
Yeah.
No filter, but not dumb. No filter. She's a smart gal and hilarious.
The Toadies, Soul Shifter crew.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Any of those cats.
You almost forget them because we talk with them so much.
Right.
I interviewed the lead singer of the Toadies. He was a good dude.
Oh, Todd.
Before I got into the show.
He's the one we haven't talked to because.
He's cool.
He might be. We started off connecting with Lisa, though, the bassist.
Oh, the one that's no longer there, that might be an issue.
Right. So, sort of the source of contention there of the breakup. So it's like it was, so it's kind of hard to.
But he did kind of, they did a benefit. They raised some money for her. Yeah. So maybe that ice is starting to melt.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I hope so. Anyway,
I think she would really like for the ice to melt.
I think so. I think they all would. I mean, who likes that sort of contention? Nobody does.
It's fucked up.
No, let it ride. Let it be raw for a bit, and just forget it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the, as a music journalist, one of the coolest things and the nicest person I've ever met was the late great Grant Hart that played drum again for Husker Du. I met all three members of Husker Du before. I've got all three members now. I met Grant. He's since passed away. Mm-hmm. But a friend of mine, Gorman Beckard, did a documentary called Everything about Grant Hart. And they were it was at a film festival in Lawrence. They have a film festival every year, the Free State Film Festival or something. I think that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. And they showed it there, like the world premiere there. And Gorman hits me up and he says, "Hey, would you want to go to dinner with Grant?" And I said, "Well, yeah."
Yeah,
sure.
So I go to dinner with Grant. I sit down across from him and he turns around. He's like, starts talking to me and everything. This dinner was supposed to be an interview. Wasn't an interview. It was just me and him bullshitting and talking about Studebakers and old cars again. And we just spent like 3 hours having dinner. Well, I walk out of this place and I'm getting ready to go to this movie or whatever. And I figure Grant's going to go get in a car or whatever and all that. He's got a beer in his hand. I got a beer in my hand. We're getting ready to walk down Mass Street in Lawrence. I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll meet you there." And he's like, No, dude, I'm going to walk with you. So he kept walking with me, talking to me, all this good times and shit. And he goes, "Okay, so when are we going to do this interview?" He said, "When do you want to do the interview, man? I'm down for it now." He wasn't hip to it at first. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do an interview. But after hanging out with me and talking, he was cool with it. And I just looked at him and I said, "Grant, I had a great time, and it seems like you did too. That's good enough for me."
Right on.
What? He goes, "Yeah, we don't need to do an interview, man. I had a good time, didn't you?" And he goes, "Yeah." And after that, after I said no interview, he even got more relaxed. He just, you could see him just kind of, oh, good. I don't have to be Grant Hart of Husker Du now.
Right.
Right. Grant from St. Paul.
Well, that's kind of, that's kind of been our angle with artists.
That's what I do. Talk to people, man.
Yeah, just conversations. I mean, and I think that's what people want to hear, are just conversations.
They want their heroes sound like normal people.
Right. I mean, anybody can hear a Q&A interview or read it over and over again with the same goddamn answers.
Tell me about the new album. Stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
Now we want to make room for that.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a get to know you sort of thing, especially if you've got listeners who, don't know who somebody is or something like that. Right. They can have some context, but other than that, they want to hear about people's lives.
Yeah.
I think one of the most interesting dinners I ever had with somebody was Jack Herer, the famous cannabis legalization advocate and writer and the hair strain, all that stuff. And he came to Columbia once for a normal conference. And I went to dinner with him, but it's a funny thing. There was, a lot of people around there were just really sycophantically like, "Oh, hi, Jack." And I honestly, at the time, didn't know who he was that much, Mm-hmm. I'd read like excerpts maybe of his book Emperor, but everybody's talking about cannabis. Well, I mentioned something about like Amanita muscaria and mushrooms, and all of a sudden his ears perked up. And apparently it was like the latest like thing that he was diving into in his research. And, the dude, and he was getting very old. He had passed away just a year or two after, but man, his ears perked up. I think 10 years knocked off his life. And he was like, oh, really?
Something he wanted to talk about.
Yeah. And then like all the, the normal group and stuff for a minute were kind of glaring at me and mad because we were having this conversation. It was like, because I wasn't like sponsoring him being there or anything. I was just I was barely invited.
Well, you were cutting their ass kissing time, dude.
Right.
You were cutting into their ass kissing time. Their lips weren't tapped enough.
Right. And and like I say, just not, I probably would have kissed his ass more if I really knew who he was.
Right.
And in retrospect, I'm like, shit, I could have asked him so many questions, now that I know. Right. But he's dead now. But it's like,
Everybody does that, though.
Yeah.
If you're interviewing somebody or having a conversation, you always think of shit that you could ask them later. Always.
Oh, always.
Think of something real good.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is actually a weird sign of a good conversation, but I'll have stuff that I'll plan out before we talk to someone. Be like, okay, I'd like to hit on this at least. And then we get through the whole thing and we didn't hit on it at all. And part of it's like, shit. And then a part of me is like, you know what? It had to go pretty well for me to even forget.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had those interviews too where you'll have 10 questions, potential questions, and maybe ask 2 of them.
Yeah.
Because the conversation, sometimes you just got to let them go with their conversation. And that's where all the good shit comes from.
Absolutely. Let it go where it's going to go.
They tell you things, man.
Yeah.
They'll just tell you. You could tell, even if it's on the phone, you can tell when people loosen up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think some of the hardest things are like just talking to some of those old schoolers in music and stuff, and they're just so used to the interviewee, type situations that they even steer it that way. And it's hard to break away from that, when they've been doing this for so many years, but I can't blame them. I'm just lucky to have them, in some ways.
Yeah. Martin Atkins hit me as being one of those.
Yeah. Steve Albini in some ways.
Yeah.
Steve Albini tries to be a dick, I think, half the time.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy, but I think he's just seen and heard it all, you know? Especially by that point, I felt privileged enough to talk to him. At least I had his ears perk up a little bit talking about like Ed Paschke and some of his artwork.
Yeah.
When we started talking about art, but again, it's like diverging away from music and talking about something else.
Sometimes you kind of have to with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talk about other things. Yeah.
Yeah. That 5 minutes is gold to me.
So Husker Du seems like that's kind of your chasing after. John and I both have ours too. I go after members of a Irish band called the Frames.
Yeah.
Frames, yeah. Oh, yeah.
John's big into Pigface.
Pigface.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've been collecting members of both those groups.
The only member of Husker Du I have not interviewed or at least talked to at length is Bob Mould. And I really want to interview Bob.
Yeah.
I did meet him in a hotel lobby the night after a show in Lawrence. He was doing the Copper Blue 20th anniversary tour or whatever it was. And they were playing his band was playing the Bottleneck, and it was an amazing show. And I was eating breakfast, and I look over there, and there's fucking Bob Mould. Eating breakfast.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, and he had given me an autograph the night before, so he kind of listened to me. He goes, weren't you at the show? I was like, yeah, man. And I talked to him for a minute, got his autograph, and he went back to eating his fruit.
Right on. At least you met him.
Yeah. Totally an accident.
I'm also like a huge Mr. Bungle fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Patton has been a little inaccessible to me, I think. I don't know. Hell, at this point, I mean, well, we talked to Billy Gould, from Faith No More. I don't know. Billy said, yeah, he'd probably do the show. Yeah, he'd probably, I'm super intimidated by that. He's one of those, you're afraid to meet your heroes type guys that it's like, oh shit, because if I meet him and it's like, it could be, I've heard it go both ways. Some people are like, oh man, it's the nicest guy. He's a super, and I've heard other people say, he's a cocksucker.
My feeling is it's probably how you hit him.
Sure, yeah, and I'm sure it's situational, just how he feels that day or what's going on.
Come off to him. How he feels you're coming off to him, probably.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
One of my favorite stories, and John, you're the one that turned me on to it, was the Buzzo story.
Yeah. Tonight they pay. Yeah.
And Melvin's were opening, or was it just Buzzo that was opening? I can't remember.
No, Melvin's were opening for Bungle. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
And they just got like booed. People were just like wanting them to bring on Bungle. And
man, come on, it's Melvin's, man. I'm gonna play their set. They're legends.
Yeah. But see, everybody was there was like and the way Buzzo put it was that like it was everybody was there was a huge Patton fan, not even necessarily a Bungle fan. They were a Faith No More fan of Mike's, and it's like all these girls who just wanted to see Mike. So they booed him off the stage, and Mike was just pissed. So I'll let you go ahead and finish it, Matt.
Yeah, and that was just tonight they pay. And just it was just nothing but noise for the entire set.
Yeah. How did Buzzo describe it as? It was like the next 60 minutes was nothing but the sound of BMX or motocross motorcycles and chainsaws into the microphone for 60 minutes while they just sat on the stage.
That's what it was like when I saw Sonic Youth, man. For like the first 20, I saw them twice.
Mm-hmm.
The first time was at Lollapalooza 95. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
And the second time, Liberty Hall in Lawrence. And for the first, 20, 25 minutes, it was nothing but feedback and noise.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing guitars with fucking drills and all kinds of crazy
right.
And running. What they did was they run out all the casual fans and the people like us that really dug them stuck around. And then they blew it out for like 2 hours and did a great show. But everybody that couldn't handle the noise split.
That's pretty awesome.
The assholes that leave, as soon as the band leaves at the end of the show, those motherfuckers that run for the parking lot to their car. There's an encore, dude. There always is.
Always is.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Most intense band you've seen?
Oh.
The most intense band I've seen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad Religion was pretty heavy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to talk about a pit, bro. I mean, as soon as Greg Graffin walk out, and dude walks out in jeans and a polo like he's teaching science class, Seriously. I mean, he looked like he's like somebody's stepdad coming out to do a show and then just destroyed. I've seen Bad Religion like 4 times, and they're great every single time. And old cats now.
Yeah. I got to go with Gogol Bordello.
Oh, I saw them open for Primus once. They were
holy shit.
Man, they're wild.
It didn't stop. That energy. I'm like, dude, I don't know what all you're on, but Jesus.
They played longer than Primus, and the Primus was the closer.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They played for like just hours and just didn't stop.
Eugene would not leave the stage, man.
Yeah,
he just wouldn't. That was straight Coke energy. It had to have been.
Yeah, it was. My girlfriend at the time, it was a Halloween show. I remember that. And my wife was just after an hour and a half was like, I can't anymore. And okay, I would stick around if it were just me, but it's going to be another hour and a half of the same shit.
It's going to be Eastern European folk punk for 3 hours.
Yeah. I'd probably have to say Guar. Yeah. The big thing about that, though, is I just could not believe how much shit they sprayed all over that little club. How much fluid.
Yeah.
They just dyed water, of course, but it was just like, where is all this going?
It is everywhere.
Yeah. I came home just covered in like blue stained dyed water, but I was just like, I remember that at the end of the night when like the lights came up and then dudes out there with the push brooms, like, shoveling these puddles and puddles of water everywhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do the after crew.
No. No.
Cool. One of the coolest concerts I ever went to was probably Lollapalooza '96.
Now, which tour was that? I went to one Lollapalooza, and I can't remember which one it was, but
Okay, '96. I went in '94, '95, and '96.
okay.
'96. The three big ones on that was Metallica, the Ramones, and Soundgarden.
Nice.
Okay, must have been the year before I went.
'95 was like Sonic Youth, Beck, Sinead O'Connor.
No, maybe it was '94. I saw like a Soundgarden, Ministry, Chili Peppers, I think, played then.
That was '92.
'92. Oh shit!
Do they go that far back?
It started in 1991 as a Jane's Addiction farewell tour.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then I was the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't go till '94. I bought tickets in '94 because Nirvana was supposed to headline.
Mm.
And then Kurt killed himself.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck it, I might as well go. So I saw the original lineup of Smashing Pumpkins. I saw the Beastie Boys,
Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, the Breeders,
Yes.
L7.
Mm.
And that was my first big concert.
Mm. Yeah, I saw Tribe and Beastie Boys in Kansas City. It was the last year Tribe broke up. I don't know how many times, but it was the last time. Well, Tribe even announced that it was like, this is our last time playing Kansas City, y'all. And it was like their last show there. I know that before the first breakup. Intergalactic, it was the Hello Nasty.
Yeah, that tour.
Mm-hmm. Fucking amazing, though.
The Beastie Boys were amazing. And when I saw them in '94, almost the entire show, they played their own instruments.
Yeah.
That's crazy how they evolved that way.
Well, they started out as a skate punk band.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know? Then they went to rap. I mean, shit, their first big tour was opening for Madonna in like '85.
Yeah. I had friends who went to that show
Really?
when I was in school. Yeah, when I was a kid. I did not go, but they went to that show not to see Madonna, but to see the Beastie Boys. Yeah,
Right.
where they had like the giant inflatable penis that went up on stage and stuff. And yeah, pissed off a lot of parents. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That was licensed ill. Yeah.
Yeah, License Deal would have been '85.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm thinking. I'm old. I'm thinking back.
Oh, we're old too. We're all old.
Oh, this is. These are the things I remember in life. I could tell you what the first two records I bought vinyl I bought with my own money were.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yep.
What were they?
The first one I bought was the Purple Rain soundtrack,
Right on.
and the second one I bought was Van Halen 1984.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, except for Jump. That song sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the 45 I had. It was Jump.
I will tell you this, though. I do firmly believe, and it's from Van Halen 1984, that the drums at the beginning of Hot for Teacher is Alex Van Halen's Eruption.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Alex does not get enough credit. He's overshadowed because of his brother, but holy shit, he's a good drummer.
With Eddie
Yeah,
and
yeah.
David Lee Roth. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Amazing shit.
But yeah, I believe that is Alex's Eruption. Because those drums at the beginning of Hot for Teacher are fucking sick.
It sucks you in.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Harley loping, you know.
Yeah.
Sounds like a motorcycle. That whole yeah.
Really
Amazing shit.
Building. It just builds and builds and builds.
Good stuff.
I've seen Metallica. I saw Metallica in '96 once. I've only seen them once, but I did have the privilege when they opened. The first two songs they played were "The Four Horsemen" and "Whiplash."
Nice.
Wow.
That's when Load, properly named album, by the way, Load, came out. They played maybe one song. The rest of it was like old school thrash, man, the whole time.
Do you know what the cover on Load is?
It is blood and semen mixed.
Yes.
Yeah.
An artist did it. It's between glass.
Yep, it's a slide.
It's the artist's blood and semen mixed. Gross.
Yeah. That's a Load.
Yeah, but funny.
See, what makes Metallica think, you know what? We did the really dumb album cover where it's all black and it kind of has a snake on it, but you can't really see it.
Yeah.
That was the tour I saw. Yeah.
But okay. let's have a dude take some of his blood out, shoot a load all over a slide. We'll rub it together, and then we'll use that for the album cover. That was probably Lars's idea.
Genius. Yeah, probably.
He can't play drums. He might as well think of stupid ideas for album covers. I guess he can play drums, but...
Yeah, he can. I can. Personality-wise, I don't know that I care for the guy.
That's what it is.
I try to separate that as much as I can. Because I don't care for the people who just sit there and say, well, this guy's an asshole, we shouldn't buy her. It's like, there have been plenty of assholes out there who made rock and roll that I still like. I still like the songs.
Like Ginger Baker.
Yeah, exactly. It was a fucking prime example right there.
Huge dick.
Yeah.
I mean, and people are going back and forth in the Sex Pistols and like fucking, Sid Vicious murdered his fucking
allegedly.
Wife, shot heroin, was a Nazi.
Well, dude, they unplugged his bass. He didn't even play.
Right,
they unplugged his bass, and he would just stand up there like he was playing something. And people talk about, Sid Vicious, greatest punk bassist ever. Dude, he wasn't even turned on.
Right. Steve's working that E string like a motherfucker, trying to keep up. Steve Jobs, also a very underrated fucking guitar player.
Yeah.
Extremely underrated. He's very good.
Yes.
But misogyny, all those things. Fuck, we can't even get into what Jimmy Page did to.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And, I'm a firm believer of sometimes you have to separate art from artist, man.
Yeah,
you
absolutely
really do.
Right.
Because if I thought about all the shit that Robert Plant and Jimmy Page have done over their career.
Right.
Allegedly underage girls, I would never
canceled.
Would never listen to Misty Mountain Hop ever again.
Sure, they'd be absolutely canceled.
Yeah, it's over.
When Me Too turns to rock legends, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. They're going to take a shot at Keith Richards one of these days, and he's just going to turn into like a mega Godzilla thing and just kill everyone. Did you know he quit smoking? He finally quit smoking cigarettes.
Wow.
He finally quit smoking cigarettes. I guarantee you the stock in Marlboro dropped about 80 points.
That's amazing.
It's got to be too late. Well, if it's going to do anything. There's got to be some of those like weekly blood transfusions or, that he got.
But he has. He's had his blood transfused and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Countless times.
Yeah,
didn't he even admit to that and say like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah"?
He also admitted to getting real high on coke and falling out of a fucking palm tree trying to get a coconut.
I saw what was the meme the other day. It was a picture of Keith Richards holding a guitar in front of a kid, and it was like Keith Richards teaching Willie Nelson how to play. A young Willie.
I saw one the other day, and it was a picture of Keith with his son Marlon when Marlon was a baby. Well, it said a rare photo of Keith Richards holding the baby Betty White.
Yeah, he is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
People are going to hate on me, but I don't think Keith Richards is even the best guitarist the Stones have ever had.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Mick Taylor was the best one.
Interesting.
Mick Taylor.
Defend that.
Defend it? No. Mick Taylor played on Sticky Fingers, the greatest Rolling Stones album of all time, period.
There you go. That counts.
Yeah. Sticky Fingers is their best album. I think there's a lot of Rolling Stone stuff that's garbage.
Yeah. Well, as far as a technical player, I don't think that Keith was ever that great, but he's just got a lot of soul.
He just gets in a groove. That's the deal.
He gets in a groove. Right. Just as a blues player, he's got it.
Kind of like Angus Young. Angus Young's the same.
Yeah.
He's just a blues player with his amp turned up.
No.
Right. Yeah.
There's an art to writing something catchy for people too.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be technically profound.
Right.
What I don't understand, I love AC/DC. I'm a Bon Scott era AC/DC guy.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I don't understand how AC/DC could literally record the same album for 50 years. They've recorded the same song, the same album for 50 years.
Yeah.
Or 40, however long it's been.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, the same kind of lyrics and the same kind of progression and everything else.
It's formula rock, yeah.
It's formula rock, but it's hooky. It's hooky and it's fucking good.
You can put on Who Made Who, and you could put on the new record, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference because they sound the same.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like Jack Johnson songs.
Yeah.
And there's no frills Phil, the drummer back there playing the same beat for 40 years.
Mm-hmm. But, I still bought a fucking SG just for that growl, that he created. Or at least that he pulled out of that guitar, and I don't have another guitar that sounds like it, when I compare, and that's why, it's because I compare it to AC/DC songs.
No, I've got a buddy that bought SG, for tone and everything for that,
Yeah, nothing else sounds like it, and I think the only reason that comes to mind is because Angus brought it to the front of my mind,
Yeah,
right.
Because I've heard a lot of other players play an SG, and just he's the one that can bring that out of it. And it's like, hell, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep doing it.
Right. Well, it's just like the Telecaster. You can tell a Fender Telecaster because it's bright. It's bright.
Right.
Different guitars have different sounds. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got that twang to it and shit. And yeah.
The SG is just metal as fuck, man. It's the Satan's guitar, dude. SG.
Yeah.
It even looks like Satan's guitar.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
That's almost an album title somehow, Jesus Plays a Telly.
Yeah.
Jesus plays the telly, Lucifer slings the SG.
Mm-hmm.
Morningstar rocks the SG, man.
Yep.
It's kind of funny because my telly's got it's kind of the light blue evangelical looking, and I got the red SG next to it. It looks like Good and Evil.
Did you get the dark cherry red one?
Yeah. I went back and forth. I looked at a lot of colors, and it's like, I'm going to go with the Angus color. There's the traditional finish.
Might as well just go classic on it. Or black. Black's a good option too.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Who was it that has the awesome yellow one?
Rich Yargus, isn't it?
Yargus, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that asshole. He's on my Facebook all the time, and he's always posting these cool-ass records he's got all the time. And he tags me.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. They're all down-to-earth guy. And
he wants Rich to come to St. Joe and play. I've been talking to him about it. He wants to bring his band and play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you get that going, man, put me on the list.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about it. I talked to him a fair amount, yeah.
Yeah, he's been on the show a couple of times.
Yeah, he seems like a good dude.
He is. Absolutely. Super good dude.
Yeah.
So what else you got upcoming there? Sorry, I know you're working on the story and don't want to get into that, but what about shows or anything? You're still going to work promotion and still going to...
Oh, yeah. I've got, Arson Class. August 28th is Arson Class and Iron Guts Kelly at the Rendezvous.
Nice.
Which Iron Guts Kelly's great, dude. That's going to be an awesome show, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I like all those dudes. Iron Guts Kelly's played here a couple times. They're good dudes. They put on a good show. Let's see what I got in September. I just can't even remember. I'm spreading myself between two venues now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Till Willis, his band Solo Hawk, is coming to Magoons in October.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a Black Site one, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
He's coming in September 25th. I'm having the Mr. and the Mrs. and the X-Bombers at Magoons outside. Because there's an inside stage and an outside stage at Magoons. The outside stage is out in the patio area where the real party spot is. And Ben from Mr. and Mrs., he's concerned about the whole COVID thing. So I said, hey, let's take it outside.
Mm-hmm.
So he's down with that.
All right.
So we're gonna get that happening, and then it's actually starting to pick up.
Yeah.
I've got, bands hitting me up and wanting to do shows, and I was beginning to think after COVID that it wasn't ever going to do anything. I mean, we'd just be done.
Yeah, it's scary.
It would just turn into bands releasing their shit on the internet or pressing vinyl and never playing shows.
Yeah, I was worried about that too. I mean, to a certain degree, but it's like, man, people are too starving for that entertainment portion of it. It's part of rock and roll. It's a huge part of rock and roll, just the experience, not just the sound.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it keeps going that way.
Yeah,
for sure. And man, I'll have to get up there and see you sometime too, man.
definitely.
Yeah,
it's not too much of a trip for me. I'll make it up there.
yeah,
Now you have to come see the record collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All my friends call my place the museum because I've had a habit of collecting things over the years, like show flyers, records, posters, T-shirts.
Yeah, you were posting T-shirts there for a while, like one a day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was during quarantine, and I got so tired of hearing people were just. All it was COVID. People complaining. And my girlfriend at the time, I was with somebody else at the time, and I go, you know what? I'm going to post a picture of me, one every day, in a different band shirt that I own.
Mm-hmm.
Wrote it out through quarantine, no problem. I had no end in sight in this T-shirt pile. I mean, I've been keeping all my concert shirts since like '94. I've got my Lollapalooza '94 shirt still. I mean,
I've lost more shirts than I have.
Oh yeah.
I've had girlfriends take a bunch too, but I got to the end of quarantine, and my son goes, "Hey, Dad, well, you got a bunch of shirts left. Why don't you just do it till you're done?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I did that for 130 straight days.
Oh wow,
that's crazy.
That's a lot.
And 130 straight days, and since I've stopped doing it, I now have something like 150. I've added like 20 or 30 of them since.
Wow.
Because, like a good person, when I go to a show, I buy merch.
Yep.
I buy a T-shirt. Or bands will be, if they'll book a show, I'll try to buy a shirt. Like Arson Class guys. They gave me one of the original black shirts, and then they got a Christmas one they did, a red one. With a reindeer on it and a Christmas tree and shit. I tried to pay for both of those. Would not take money.
Yeah.
I was angry that I even tried to pay for it. And like, we had a great time. You're a great dude. We had fun, blah, blah, blah. How dare you try to pay for something? Like, dude, you got to put gas in your car, homie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. And there's been so many bands that do that same shit.
Yeah, they hooked me up with the green boombox T-shirt.
I don't have that one.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Shirt.
The red Christmas one is dope because it's got really cool, fancy Arson Class writing and a little Christmas tree and a reindeer flying over it. It's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
But I don't have the boombox one. I'm jealous of that.
It's cool.
Well, don't get into any of the merch for We Are the Asteroid. I can tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, they've got some good stuff, too.
Man, Nathan Calhoun just keeps making these cool shirts, just killer shirt after killer shirt. It's like, Jesus, you're killing me because I want that one. I want that one. I want that one. I think like lately his band and bands that he's in have been like the majority of the fucking T-shirts I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking, even if it's just every show you go to, it's a lot of shows.
Yeah, I've always been a firm believer of one, paying for the merch, and two, dig the band, buy the shirt, and advertise that shit, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But I'm also one of those, I've been one of those people over, back in the day. I'm not so bad anymore, but I would get so frustrated when you would see somebody like in a Ramones shirt, right?
Right.
And you'd ask, hey, what's your favorite Ramones song? And they go like, I Want to Be Sedated.
Yeah.
Okay, name another one.
Right.
You know what my favorite one is? Probably Cretin Hop or Rockaway Beach or, KKK Took My Baby Away. I can list them all day long.
Yep.
Beat the Brat, all that shit.
Yeah.
This is one that I do wish we'd have gone a little bit deeper on. We had Monty Colvin from the Galactic Cowboys on.
Yeah.
With Dee Dee?
Dee Dee, yeah.
Okay.
We just kind of barely talked. That was your cousin? Yeah, that was my cousin. And then we moved on.
So anyway, yeah.
Looking back, I'm like, fuck no, I should have followed up more on that one.
I probably should have taken a few minutes.
Yeah, probably. But, like you say, the conversation just didn't lend itself to it. So It is what it is. Still, it's a cool guest, and Monty's a cool guy.
With interviews and stuff, you got to let it be.
Yep.
It just does it.
Absolutely. Well, man, shit. Anything else you want to plug or anything else coming up? We don't want to keep you on all night or anything.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to plug per se.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eventually going to get sued probably by my family. I'm writing a book about my family too.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about calling it As the Trailer Turns.
Nice.
You know, I always kind of figured I was, you know, an alien or baby switch.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because I roll home, and for a family of so diehard Democrats over the years, goddamn, there's a lot of Trump people there.
Yeah.
MAGA hats.
Yeah.
The Red Hat Society.
You know, my town, I came from Minden, Missouri, which is 200 people.
You
know, farmer. Grew up on a farm, all that stuff.
Oh.
You know, and when I go back to town now, it's like that meme that used to go around and said, you know, when you step out of the car of the town, you hear the town whisper, "Oh shit, he's back."
Yeah.
You know, so I like to go home and rock the boat every once in a while. Kick the tires a little bit and irritate some cousins and leave.
I haven't been home for a long time, and I have really, since the pandemic, I haven't been since before the pandemic. It's been a couple of years, and I've really stirred shit up online since then.
I'm a blatant asshole when it comes to some things. Like I got a friend from college. Her mom just passed away from COVID. I mean, just like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she went to Michigan. She left and went to Michigan yesterday. And you know why she went? To see Kid Rock in concert.
Yeah. Well,
I told her, I wouldn't go across the fucking street to see that guy. I'd walk across the street maybe to piss on him.
Yeah.
But I even asked her, hey, was it a Trump rally while you were there too? You know?
One funny thing though is I saw him many years ago, back when I think it was on the Roadrunner Records stint. Like it was his first record, and he opened up for like Monster Magnet.
Yeah.
And Head PE was there, and it was back when they were big rap rock face. It might have been 99.
Yeah.
Something like that, 98, 99. And I met him, and perfectly reasonable, nice guy, short guy from what I remember. But after talking to him, I remember giving him $1 bill to sign. Because I didn't have anything else, for an autograph. He's like, wow, this is the first piece of money I've ever signed in my life. But he's a perfectly nice guy. It's just like, I can remember like then 2 years later or 3 years later when he really blew up, and he was flying like Confederate flags and shit. And I was like, wow, I would have never guessed that guy was that guy, Well,
that's what gets me, that he's flying all that stuff around, and that his son is mixed.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, came from Detroit, and it really surprised me. I was like, oh, I guess you never know.
It's money.
Yeah, it's money. I think that's what it is. It's just like when John Popper from
Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
Blues Traveler. I mean, he basically just came out and said, I became a conservative when I got rich.
Yeah.
Because it all of a sudden represented my interests. And I was like, you cocksucker.
I couldn't do that.
He admitted just that.
Prime perfect example of somebody being changed by money. Look at fucking Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Dude makes family movies now and supports Trump.
Yep.
Dude was WA and said to fuck the police and all kinds of other worse shit.
Oh, much worse shit. Gotta listen to the lyrics. Won't be satisfied till I get my face on the thermos. That's what he said.
You taste that dollar, but do you really have to go that way for it?
Yeah. No, he didn't have to. I think that's the thing.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. Just did.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I want to say too.
Okay.
Evan Dando. I asked him one question he said he had never heard in his entire career. It made him laugh, and he thought it was the best question. I asked him what his favorite kind of mustard was. And he goes, what? And I said, what is your favorite kind of mustard? And he goes, I have never been asked that question in my life. The best interview question I've ever heard. He goes, I got to think about it. And he goes, French is yellow, probably.
There you go.
I was like, I figured you'd go grape Poupon or some shit. Oh, no. French is yellow.
Yeah, he's pretty down to earth. Yeah, I could see that.
No, he was real nice. Real nice dude. Yeah. And great the women heads are great in concert, man.
Yeah, I saw them
twice.
90 something.
I saw them. Let's see. Oh, I've got the big poster hanging on the wall from the It's a Shame About Ray anniversary tour that they did. Yeah. They played at the Granada, and they were selling these big big like venue posters for like $40.
Oh, nice.
There was one hanging on the wall, and it had the date written on it and shit. And I just got up on the wall and took that fucker.
There you go.
Just took it right off the wall.
There you go.
Just took it right off the wall. And I was walking out under my arm, and the box office guy goes, "Hey, where are you going with that?" And I turn around and go, I said, "My fucking car." Backed up.
Bye.
Of course, I had him right there. He watched me put it right in my car. I smiled at him, shut the door, and walked right back by him.
Hope his name was Ray.
And the guy goes, "You having a good time tonight?" And I said, "Now I am. That's going to hang on my wall."
Right on.
Oh yeah, I just, it's cooler than the ones that had the date written on it and everything.
Oh yeah.
On sale now, all that shit. I was like, I'm not paying $30-$40 for that poster when I could take that one right there.
Right.
That they're probably just going to tear down and throw away at the end of the night.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's got a good story.
And it has a good story.
That's what's important. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. But thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, problem.
Glad we could get this shit together finally. And everybody, you've been listening to Undetermined the Podcast with special guest Danny, Dr. 47 Phillips. Thanks again, man. We appreciate it.
For sure.
Thank you guys for having me. It's a blast.